Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Motherhood Journey with Esther, and today I'll be talking about early symptoms of pregnancy, or let me say general symptoms of pregnancy. Either you are in your first trimester, the second trimester, or the third trimester. All is what I'll be discussing here. Yeah, we have 3 trimesters during pregnancy. The trimester 1 is from 0 to 3 months. Trimester 2 is from 4 to 6 months. That is from 3 months to 6 months. And the third trimester is from 6 months to 9 months. All this is accompanied by their signs and symptoms and things that you'll be seeing as a pregnant woman. Some persons might not see these symptoms I'll be giving, and some would see these symptoms so glaring in during their pregnancy. Could you be pregnant? The proof is in the pregnancy test. But even before you miss your period, you might suspect or hope that you are pregnant. So there I'll be sharing few signs and symptoms to look out for after a mixed period if you are pregnant, or before your mixed period if you are pregnant. Firstly, I'll be talking about the classical pregnancy signs and symptoms. Why I said it is classical is because there are some evidenced way of testing that, or that you are sure that you are pregnant. The number one thing is missed period. When a week passes without the start of an expected menstrual cycle, that is, if you have a regular cycle, yes, then you are likely pregnant. This can be misleading if you have an irregular cycle, like I said. But if you have a constant menstrual cycle, then watch out. After one week of your missed period, then you might be pregnant. The second fact I'll be sharing today is tender, swollen, or sore breast. These are signs and symptoms of early pregnancy. Sometimes most persons also feel this when they are having their monthly flow. But pregnancy is also evidenced by swollen, tender, or sore nipple or breast. The third one is nausea with or without vomiting. This is known as morning sickness. Even though it might not happen in the morning, it might be in the afternoon, in the night, or sometimes when some pregnant women are feeling hungry, that is when they throw up. Some when they eat, that is when they throw up. So we can't actually say that this is how it happened. But me, I will classify it as morning, afternoon, night, anytime sickness. So, but it is generally known as morning sickness because it is accompanied by nausea with or without vomiting. The fourth one I'll be sharing is increased urination. When you visit the washroom often, this is caused by more blood flow through your kidney, which helps to produce more urine during the early states of pregnancy. Then the fifth one I'll be sharing is fatigue. When you feel tired, you feel dizzy, or you feel sleepy too much than ever. Maybe you sleep throughout the night and still in the morning when you wake up, on getting to work, you are still sleeping. You feel so sleepy that you don't even want to care if you are in the presence of someone. You feel that so sleepy. It might be a sign of pregnancy. Now I'll be sharing other signs and symptoms of pregnancy. Next point is mood swing. Some persons have mood swing during pregnancy. Some people cry. They cry a lot. You ask them, why are you crying? They can't actually explain why this is happening to them. And sometimes they feel moody. They don't feel happy. They don't feel to eat. They just feel so moody. This is due to hormonal changes in their system. Don't blame a pregnant woman that feels this way. And some persons just feel happy. They feel out. They want to go out. They want to show their bump and all that. But all these are all caused by pregnancy hormones. The next point is bloating. Bloating, this kind of bloating is similar to the one that some people have during their monthly flow. When you begin to feel bloating, this may also be a sign of pregnancy, early sign of pregnancy. light spotting. I talked about some spotting vaginal discharges. You can check this video. I explain details about vaginal discharges, colors, and what they mean. You know, when you spot, it means a lot of things, like I said in that video. But when you spot, like the spotting comes at the, maybe you are to see your next period. That is a constant menstrual cycle. You have to see it on the 20th. Then you see a little spotting, a little red blood. It might be pregnancy, and it is called implantation bleeding. That is when the fertilized ovum is implanting itself into the lining of the uterus. So that is what leads to that spotting, that leads to bleeding into your panties. So it is another sign of pregnancy. Cramping. Some women feel some mild cramping during early stage of pregnancy. The mild cramping can be related sometimes to when you want to see your menses. Those mild crampings, you are feeling it is not that strong, but you know that you are feeling a kind of cramps in your stomach, in your lower abdomen. Then yes, it can also be a sign of early pregnancy. Constipation. When you feel constipated, this might also be a sign of early pregnancy. Constipation also happens during late stage of pregnancy, or even when you just delivered birth. It is also a sign of pregnancy. Another signs and symptoms of pregnancy is food evasion. Some women, a lot of women come up with this, so that they begin to get some kind of food irritates them. Like for example, if rice is your best food, you don't really want to eat rice. Okay, it happens to me. This happens to me because I was unable to, my first pregnancy, I didn't take anything, fish, meat, egg, chicken, and I just eat my food blind like that. There are so many things that I would like to eat. There are some, I know of some persons like to eat a food that is burnt jollof rice. That is what they are, their food aversion is. So a lot of things that can happen during that period, and food aversion is one of those signs and symptoms of pregnancy. It might not be at the early stage, it might be at the second trimester of pregnancy. The next thing is nasal congestion. Some persons feel like they have nasal congestion that is being tightened up. So in an adventure of you letting it, like relieving yourself, sometimes you might want to prick yourself and you might bleed. This is also an early sign of pregnancy. Also, bleeding gums or gingivitis. This is also another sign, early sign of pregnancy. For example, when you are brushing your teeth in the morning and you saw that you are bleeding, that is just the normal way you have been doing it, and you said that you are bleeding, you are having a bleeding gum. Sometimes it might be infection, but most times if you are not infected, then it might be a sign of pregnancy. Another one is heartburn. Most persons feel heartburn at the onset, during late stage of pregnancy, but it's also a sign of pregnancy. This heartburn is not associated with when you eat beans or yam only, or maybe you drink garri. You know, some persons when they eat beans or yam, they have heartburn, or when they eat anything fry. But this kind of heartburn, even if you are not careful, when you drink water, you have heartburn during pregnancy. But milk and some mismag and some antacid can help you to relieve heartburn during pregnancy. Another point is acne. Some people develop acne. There are different types of acne. Some develop acne at their face. You just see that you begin to have acne like eczema. Sometimes it is a sign of pregnancy, and no matter how what you are using to it, it won't heal it up because it is pregnancy. Some have acne on their neck, some at all their bodies. Acne and some pigmentations happens during pregnancy because of the hormones that are responsible and keep pregnancy. That is why they are having acne. Another point is noticeable weight gain. Some persons' first signs and symptoms of pregnancy is they begin to gain weight. People see them and see that this person is changing. Then that might also be a sign of pregnancy. Why some have acne and eczema during pregnancy or pigmentation, some people also glow during pregnancy. You see them that they begin to glow. They look more beautiful during pregnancy. Their hair is more long. Their skin glows more. It can also be a sign of pregnancy, either the early stage or the late stage of pregnancy. The next one is headache. Some persons have headache. That headache, you'll be feeling it so strong. It doesn't really matter, maybe you stress yourself or not, but some people have headaches when they get pregnancy. It's a sign and symptom of pregnancy. Another thing is back pain. If you are feeling waist pain or lower back pain, this might also be a sign and symptom of early pregnancy. Dizziness and fainting, when you feel sleepy, dizziness, and sometimes you feel like you want to pass out, this might also be a sign of pregnancy. Some people will actually pass out when they get to the hospital. That is when they will know that they are pregnant. So these are signs of pregnancy. Craving, there are some persons that they crave a lot of things during pregnancy. Some crave ice cream, some crave pizza, some crave Indomie noodles, a lot of things, some crave paracetamol, some crave bitter leaf. A lot of craving, a lot of people crave some things that are so funny you would like laugh at it, but it is craving. And these are some signs and symptoms of pregnancy. Another thing is increased sensitivity. They become increased sensitive. Some persons, your nose can pick anything. When they are cooking jollof rice at the third house, some persons can perceive it, and it is that jollof rice person feels like eating that particular time. So it is also a sign of pregnancy, but this time it's at the second to the third trimester of pregnancy. They crave for what other people cook, and sometimes they get irritated by something. Sometimes ordinary tissue paper, maybe your body cream, you get nauseated by your body cream, you get nauseated by even rice, sometimes smell of rice, sometimes the thing you like doing, your perfume, your roll-on, it looks somehow to you, you don't even want to smell them at all. This is also a sign and symptom of pregnancy. Basal body temperature, you see that your temperature will change. If your temperature before is 36.5 or 0.7, it might increase to 37 and stay constant. So when you are a little bit warm, like when somebody touch your palm will be warm, and it's not like you are sick. So this is also one of the signs and symptoms of pregnancy. Shortness of breath is also a sign and symptom of pregnancy. If you are taking a step, you've been taking that stairs for God knows when, and you don't feel short out of breath, but when you do it, you now begin to feel like you can't breathe very well, like you are tired. Or when you talk while you walk, you feel like you are breathing faster. So this is another sign of pregnancy. Swollen legs, late sign of pregnancy. Dark areola, this will happen during your second and third trimester of pregnancy. Basal contraction, this is when you feel like you have some kind of tightening, little tightening in your stomach. This can also be a sign of pregnancy, because I've got some persons continue to menstruate, see their period while they are pregnant, so they don't get to know that they are pregnant. But when they feel this tightening, then they think that something is happening down there. Sometimes even quickening, there's something we call quickening when the baby kick, the first kick, which is at 16th week of pregnancy. Some persons don't know they are pregnant until they feel that quickening. They be like, something kicked me right now. Yeah, I'm feeling something right now. And because they are seeing their period, just because women are unique, we are unique in our natures. We might be women, but generally we are unique to each other. All these signs and symptoms might be seen by you, and you might not even see half of what I've mentioned. Like I said, we are all unique individuals, and we are all unique beings to ourselves. This is general signs and symptoms someone can see and detect that she is pregnant. I believe you have learned and know some signs and symptoms of pregnancy. Please, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, kindly share, and leave a comment at the comment section or your question. I will attend to it. Subscribe if you are yet to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. On this channel, you so love this channel, and you also invite other friends of yours, female friend of yours, to join this channel, because I will be bringing everything that entails everyday woman, motherhood, child girl, and would all be loving it. Thank you for watching. Ciao ciao.